Hello everyone, I'm Brian. Today I'm reacting to Finding Hope in Despair. Ramayan, Gaur. So Finding Hope in Despair. I'm trying to think of how would I answer that. The best thing I can really... Obviously, again, most of these things, most of the videos we watch are going to be, of course, people who are not enlightened. So we are going to be affected by emotions and stuff. But the best place to find hope in despair is through a loved one. Friends, family, or your significant other. That's what I would say that's what they're there for, but obviously, if they care about you, they're going to be there for you. But I guess, what is the despair from? I guess that matters quite a bit. Just to be if you say a general despair, meaning that it can be anything, then the answer kind of has to be similar. Generally, your family, friends, and loved one. Maybe psychiatrists, I don't know. But generally, your family and friends, or significant other, they will generally help you out of that. Anyways, let's go get started.
Hanumanji is a macho male. He's a macho male. Right. Everything in place, everything sorted. And is one of the greatest devotees of Shri Ram. और ये जो ब्लडी क्रैपी फिलॉसफी है ना कि मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता, इसको पहले गटर में बहाना चाहिए कि मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता। कि मर्द इंसान नहीं है? बोले नहीं, मर्द इंसान नहीं, पत्थर है, केवल महिलाएं इंसान होती है। हनुमान जी, one of my favorite sections and nobody talks about it. This is my biggest regret, that the treasure gems of Ramayan, which are the most relevant, are easily neglected and everything else is highlighted beyond the roof. Hanuman ji, he's trying to look for Sita, find Sita. मिल नहीं रही है। जैसे आप नौकरी ढूंढ रहे हैं, नहीं मिल रही है, नहीं मिल रही है, नहीं मिल रहा है, नहीं मिल रहा है, नहीं मिल रहा है। एक ट्राई किया, इधर ट्राई किया, उधर ट्राई किया, यहाँ गया, वहां गया, ये दरवाजा खटखटाया, वो इंटरव्यू दिया, सब किया, नहीं हो रहा है ना यार, नहीं हो रहा है कुछ। दिस इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट हनुमान जी वाज फीलिंग, नॉकिंग एवरी डोर, सीइंग एवरी कॉर्नर, हर कोने कोने में ढूंढा, नहीं मिली सीता। Evening time, Hanumanji sat there in depression. Depression is not your issue. Hello. Depression is not a modern day issue. Feeling low, feeling despondent, feeling lost, feeling hopeless is not a modern day issue. वाल्मीकि रामायण के श्लोक दे सकता हूं आपको मैं। हनुमान जी सिटिंग डाउन देयर, टोटली डिस्पॉन्डेंट। गेस व्हाट गाइस, हनुमान जी देयर थिंक्स राम इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन मी टू फाइंड सीता। अगर मैं चाहूं, सीता नहीं मिली तो राम विल डाई। इफ राम डाइज, लक्ष्मण विल डाई। If Ram and Lakshman dies, Kausalya, Sumitra, all of them will die. Whole Ayodhya will die and I'll be the cause. कभी कभी ना हम अपने सर में लेके घूमते रहते कि मेरी वजह से सब होने वाला है। कितने लोगों को ऐसा लगता है, अगर मेरा ऐसा हो गया ना तो फिर उसका कैसा, तो उसका कैसा, उसका कैसा। अंदर ऐसा झंझट, नाही जगायचं मला, नाही जगायचंय मला। Death is better than life. Suicide means when a person starts thinking that death is better than life. Better to go through that intense pain once than to go through that regular pain every day. रोज मरने से अच्छा एक बार मर के खत्म कर दो। If I might ask you to give me an honest raise of hands, how many of you ever got this thought? बस बहुत हो गया struggle. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
This talk is an interaction with people whom the speaker closely knows, hence the liberty to ask such a sensitive question. I mean, even if the interaction's not necessarily with people that are close to you, I mean, whether you ask the question or not, everyone can answer for themselves. I think the more honest you are, generally speaking, the easier it can be to heal or repair the wounds, or to fix the problem that's causing the problem. You know. So, I mean, I'm guessing it's whom the speaker closely knows. I don't know if like he's like in a group with friends, or I'm guessing maybe he's in a group with followers. Perhaps that's the reason why. But again, I'll just open it up a little bit to say that, you know, the more honest you can be, obviously you kind of do have to trust the person that you're being open with. But the more honest you can be, the easier it is to heal the wounds, to repair the wounds, and to fix the problem. But yes, if you generally want to fix the problem, you have to talk to with someone that you can trust, for sure. And I was thinking of this more like a situation where there's what do you call like a group meeting where people can show up, anyone can show up. I thought that's what this is, perhaps, or maybe, and also, of course, the followers will show, of course, but also just people who are randomly walking by and may be interested, but they also can kind of be honest with themselves. Again, if they need help, they have to be honest with themselves.
And those who are not raising their hands, they expect us to believe them. हनुमान जी sitting there in Lanka, वाल्मीकि महर्षि का श्लोक है ये, said I better end my life, and he thinks there are three options how I can end my life. या तो भूखा उपवास करके मरूं, या समंदर में अपने आप को डुबा के मरूं क्योंकि समंदर उधर ही है. And the third thing he thinks, let me light up a pyre of fire and jump into it and burn myself to death. माचो मेल बाइसेप से नहीं होता, माचो मेल पेक से नहीं होता, माचो मेल 6 पैक और 8 पैक एब्स से नहीं होता, माचो मेल 400 किलो का डेडलिफ्ट करने से नहीं होता. माचो मेल तो वो होता है जो रोता है, माचो मेल वो होता है जो अपने दर्द को स्वीकार करता है, माचो मेल वो होता है जो मानता है कि मेरे भी मन में ऐसे विचार आ सकते हैं.
Oh, I have slight disagreements to the first one about crying. Now, if you cry for a purpose, if there is a purpose reason behind it, absolutely. Again, I watch, you know, Saving Private Ryan and a few other sad movies, and I cry in that because I understand that there are genuine people who went to World War I, World War II, and died and suffered, and it makes me emotional thinking about that. How there are genuinely good people out there who are willing to give up their lives to protect their homes. And that is a worthy thing to cry for. But to cry because nonsensical stuff, no. I think that is kind of what's happening in, I say, Western countries. It's becoming more, men are becoming more feminine, where they're letting their emotions control them. Now, I'm not saying females have their emotions control them, even though they do. Most of us do, really. But we need to have a bit of control. And I know females' emotions, for the most part, not all of them, they do kind of go a little crazy for females. I've been around females, I've talked to females, they say their emotions get crap, no, not crap, but it happens, and I get it. That's fine. But you need to have someone that can get a control over their emotions. Again, not all females, and even some males. But the thing is, though, is that more and more males are letting their emotion go a bit too rampant. Yes, you don't say just keep sucking it up or whatever, but make sure that if you let things get to you, make sure it is something that is worthy to get to you. I guess that's the phrase I will say. And this applies to everyone. Doesn't matter. Just don't cry for no reason. Don't cry for something stupid. If it gets to you, make sure it is worthy of your emotion. I guess that's the great way to say it.
That's called a macho male. This मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता. Nonsense bullshit. मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता. दर्द सबको होता है. Guess what? He thinks. मेरे हीरो है वो. Hero for my life. He is the hero. Because you can feel depressed. You can feel low. You can feel disappointed. You can feel hopeless. But you can also, with your firm grit, come out of it. Next moment, हनुमान जी ऐसे बैठे हैं डिप्रेशन में सोच के कि मैं आत्महत्या करूं, जलाऊं कि पानी में डुबाऊं कि भूख से मर जाऊं, उपवास करके सोच रहे हैं. Turns towards अयोध्या. अयोध्या की ओर देखना भी काफी है. वहां से आने वाली हवा में भी श्री राम है. वहां से आने वाली हवा में भी श्री राम है. He saw like that. And guess what? Instantly, he felt uplifted. आप अकेले नहीं हो. क्यों अकेला महसूस कर रहे हो अपने आप को? दुनिया में होगा कोई इधर उधर आपको डिसअपॉइंट करने वाला? ये नहीं है ना?
No spiritual practice can act as a substitute for professionals and psychological medical intervention for mental health issues, and it could only serve as a complementary support in healing. Absolutely. I think this is for legal reasons, because I was gonna say, I mean, it's nice and easy to say that, like, boom, he was uplifted because he saw the image of someone. It's not very too practical. Some people can, but the practical of it is going to have to be finding someone you trust, or finding a professional, like this is saying, someone you trust or a professional that you can be open to. And again, you know, there is going to be very difficult to find a professional that you can be open to because you don't know that person. This is the reason why someone you can trust will help. But still, someone that you trust are not professionals, but maybe they can help. Maybe you can open up some of your emotion to someone that you can trust, and some of the other things to a professional. And maybe the combination of two can help you out of it. Maybe not, maybe so. But it's worth a shot. And then maybe you talk with someone that you trust that's, hey, look, I'm seeking professional help. I just don't know how to open up to the person. Maybe they can help you with that. I don't know. You know, your friends are going to be different. Although I doubt they'll know. So it is a balance between the two. And again, like I said, the more honest you can be with someone, especially if you're looking for help, the easier it will be to heal or to repair the damage, to get rid of the problem, especially to a professional. And also at the same time, I guess a really good hint would be is the fact that a professional hopefully doesn't know who you are, doesn't know your friends, doesn't know where you live. Therefore, whatever information you give to that person probably will not affect your life in any way, shape, or form, or fashion. Like, he cannot tell anyone about your stuff because, generally speaking, professionals should be keeping that a secret anyway. But even if they were, they could be on the other side of the world, for all you know. So, they can spread the news over there and it wouldn't affect you over here. I doubt they'll do that. It's not what they're there for. Generally speaking, hopefully the people who join these professions are doing it because they genuinely want to help people.
ये तो नहीं ना डिसअपॉइंट करेंगे. आइए ना, अपने दर्द को इनके सामने रखिए.
No subtitles.
When you find totally hopeless, when you find totally clueless, when you find yourself in utter darkness, guys, there is a ray of hope. And Hanuman ji अगले वाले श्लोक में बोलते हैं, वाल्मीकि महर्षि expresses what Hanumanji's thoughts were, and Hanumanji says in the next verse, he says, I was thinking of ending my life, but life देके क्या मिलेगा? If I give up my life, I have lost it and nothing is going to be accomplished. आपकी जान गंवाने से ना कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. अगर जान रखेंगे, जीते रहेंगे तो कुछ तो होगा, कुछ तो होगा, क्योंकि no lock maker has ever made a lock without a key. ताले वाला बिना चाबी के ताला क्यों बनाएगा? ना मजा आएगा. कुलूप के चावीच नाही दिली, रड आता नाच. क्यों करेगा वो? Why would a lockmaker make a lock without a key? And why would life, God, karma, call whatever, put a situation in front of you without a key? चावी आहे शोधा. Taking your life is not the key. Looking for the key is the key. And Hanumanji, just this half a moment of shift internally, just this shift turning towards Ayodhya, just that little shift inside, guess what? Instantly, he realized he's sitting in front of a spot that he had not yet checked. जैसे ही आप सोचते हैं ना कि कुछ तो होगा, कुछ तो कर लेंगे, चाबी अरे इथेच तर होती. When you are too engulfed by negative feelings, you can't see the key, guys. Can't see the key, guys. और इसीलिए as soon as he turned towards Shri Ram, he saw अशोक वाटिका में ढूंढा नहीं, he went inside, सारी लंका ढूंढ के आए, और जहां अपना जीवन लेने की सोच रहे थे वही थी सीता. और इसीलिए कोई हो ना हो, ये जरूर होनी चाहिए.
The Ramayana offers lessons that can help us deal with life changes with resolves, grit, and inner strength. Rise above any religious, sectarian, cultural, or political difference. Let Sri Ram be the unifying force that brings about harmony and unity to us Indians as a nation and the world at large. Let's see if there's any more after this. Okay, it's just bright white now. Hold on. Okay. So yes, I mean, don't get me wrong. This is something I also thought about. You know, when I was getting into Eastern philosophy, into this, but how it's not necessarily the answer to all, but it is. And what I mean by that is that when you have an immediate problem, you, especially in the material world, let's do it this way. In the material world, whether it's emotional or whatever it may be, you will have to seek professional help. You know, Swami Sarvapriyananda, who else? Swami Taratmananda, Gaur Das, Sadhguru, I believe even Acharya Prashana. I can't quite remember if he said this, but if you need professional help or a doctor, you need to seek that out. Because they cannot exactly help you at that moment, especially medical stuff. And they always say, you know, because all this is the physical reality, that you have to seek physical assistance. The things that they provide is spiritual. So if you need spiritual guidance, spiritual healing, spiritual whatever, you seek them out. But anything in the physical realm, you have to seek out doctors. So, and what I mean by it is and isn't also is that it is the solution to everything once you get there. You should no longer need professional help, because once you're enlightened, or at least close enough to understanding, you shouldn't really fall into these great depressions or these great issues. For me, I mostly do not fall into these things. Not anymore. I don't think I ever really did, though. Maybe I have. I'm sure I have. I had to have. I don't remember if I did. I think I did once. But I always tried to follow the philosophy of understanding. With that helped me quite a bit. And then, of course, my class in religion, world religion in college. That life is suffering. When you understand that, you just, if suffering happens, you know that's just life. But anyways, and hopefully by understanding that you also understand that, how did I see this? That it's expected, it's the norm. It's really weird to say that suffering is the norm. But when you expect it, when you inspect it, when you see it coming, when you know it's coming, when you know it's expected to happen, then it's not going to surprise you, and you can handle it. That's the way I guess I understood it. That's why I was trying to formulate how I understood that life is suffering. It's expected. You know, it's like really depressingly. You hear that? It's like, oh, you're going to suffer for the rest of your life. Well, it's expected. You're like, well, that's not what you want to happen. But it's more along the lines that you understand that life is suffering. And that if you can expect that or understand that, you will not suffer along with it. I guess that might be the best way I can say it, because it's really hard to say that if you expect life to be suffering. It's like, wow, that's terrible. But if you can expect it, then I guess the best way to say it, if you can expect something to happen, then you don't have to suffer alongside with it. So if there's something bad about to happen, you don't have to let that badness affect you, because you can expect it to come. You know what to do. You understand it. You don't let it affect you. I think that's the best way to put that. Anyways, that's my reaction to Finding Hope in Despair. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, thumbs up, thumbs down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.